Yo, what's up with it, guys? It's the most delicious expat relocator in the game. You know, it's your boy. So we are here in Chiang Mai anyway. We're gonna do some content today about pros and cons to living in Chiang Mai as we see it. We've been coming out here for 10 years.
Pretty much, like almost 10 years.
We actually got to know each other out here. This is like one of the first places that we really spent time together, like after we met. And you know, I feel like we have watched this place go through phases. And where we're at today, you know, we'll just talk a little bit about like what we think and, you know, some of the advantages, some of the disadvantages, and just try to give you an honest appraisal of the situation. All right, guys, let's start with the pros. One of the biggest pros is if you're trying to make money online, this is Mecca. You can be in communities with some of the top SEO people in the world. They live in this city, or they spend time in this city.
Yeah.
You know, you have access to people that are doing incredible things with money online. You know, you just don't have so many places in the world where you have this kind of access. Oh, that's our buddy who owns the restaurant. That's Anand.
It is.
Yeah, that's Anand. We know the guy next door. He owns our building and our restaurant. We go in pretty often because it's the convenience thing, you know.
And the food is delicious.
His English is fucking great, and he, you know, he's been kind of like schooling us a little bit about this area. So we figured we'd take a walk around today, show you our area where we stay. We're staying near Suthep Road, near the Chiang Mai University Hospital. We're near to Neiman, but we're not in Neiman, which is nice. You can see it's very quiet over here, very peaceful. We hear birds, we see stars at night. But we see an airplane take off every fucking 30 minutes. Like
It's right next to the airport.
Right over our house. So I started to I didn't do it at first, but I started putting my fingers in my ears now because I already have hearing loss and it's loud as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, it's like some supersonic noise anyway. So as I see it, one of the biggest pros, guys, is access. You get access here. They have meetups, like there's a spot where a lot of people meet up that's like a sauna and like a pool, and they got like, you know, cannabis for sale and make food and whatnot, and a lot of people from the SEO community, they go there, you know, and it's people from like my level who are doing like very small, you know, small businesses up to people who have sold businesses for millions of dollars. Yo, say what's up to the soy dog. Yo, what up, soy dog? Hello. That's a soy dog. What are you doing?
Wow, look at this gate.
Where's he going? I don't know. Yo, so guys, check this out. This is in our neighborhood. So this is like a traditional wooden house. And it's just like
beautiful. In
this random neighborhood. It's so nice. Yeah, well, we're gonna take you guys up to the pagoda near to our house. It's really, really, really interesting. So that'll be the journey, but we'll see what we see along the way. You have access here. You have access to people who are doing big things here. You have access to very low cost of living, to where you could give yourself a very long runway if you're trying to create a project or
write a book or something.
Write a book or put together a course or whatever it is you're trying to do to get your online money. You know, your threshold here is low. I mean, you know, like when it's high season, you can like lower your living standard a little bit and save money. And then when it's low season, you can live large out here in like really nice buildings, really. And if you're willing to sign leases and just arrange long-term visas, I mean, there's a lot of ways to stay here legally, and the prices get really cheap once you agree to signing leases or doing anything like that. All right, so yo, check this out. This house up here, they have all these stuffed animals and they just tie them to the fucking house. I don't know why, maybe it's a scarecrow. But yeah, this is a cool neighborhood.
Very beautiful, peaceful.
I mean, that's another thing, guys. We're right in the middle of the city. We're like in the heart of the city. We're right next to the international airport. Yeah, look, what's up with the teddy bears? You know, what is this about? Oh, man. Make an example of them. He crucified them. Crucify some teddy bears. So, yeah, guys. So basically, the way I see it is, we're in the middle of the city and I feel like I'm in the jungle. Look at all the green, there's always trees everywhere, it's quiet, you can see stars at night. The mountain is incredibly beautiful. Like every day we can see sunset in Doi Se Tep.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
It's really nice.
Really pretty.
The hiking trail is just at the end of the main road. Like if you take Sutep Road all the way to the end, you know, you'll be basically at the foot of the mountain, and the monk trail is over there. You can do the Wat Phalat monk trail. Yeah, there's all kinds of nature and outdoor recreational opportunities. There's legal cannabis. That's another very big advantage. Since the pandemic, the country's much more open than it was before. They're rubber stamping most things. Although I gotta say, at the moment, at the making of this video, there is a little bit of drama due to a bunch of Chinese being found with fake visas and shit. So there's some weird shit happening at land borders, and getting things done that are normally somewhat flexible are gonna be a little bit hard for a minute. But by the time this video releases, it may not be relevant. But at the time of the making of this video, yeah, it's a little bit messy. But I think, you know, at the end of the day, they still want us here.
It's December 2022.
Yeah, that's another big advantage. They still want us here, you know, compared to, like, I don't know. Look at some of the policies of some of the neighboring countries. Look at how Vietnam is with the foreigners right now.
Yeah.
You know?
So another pro is probably the access to healthy food. So a lot of people in Chiang Mai, like locals, foreigners, I don't know, I guess they like to eat fresh and clean food because it's pretty cheap here and available everywhere. We know like a lot of good restaurants you can go to, get a meal for like $2, and it's like fresh from the farm, you know, tofu, egg, vegetables, fruit, yogurt, you know, all good stuff.
And we're actually gonna pass one of them right in about another 2 or 3 minutes. So we'll show you guys a place where you can get really good quality food for very little money. Vegetarian food, but they make eggs. Very high quality, very low cost. They're called Pun Pun. There's one by the airport that does some like Western food, but we're gonna be walking through the one in the temple because it's the closest one to where we are living now. So for me, another pro is the insanely beautiful temples everywhere. I mean, you know, Chiang Mai is a city of temples. I mean, it's very, I mean, look at this. This is a spectacularly beautiful place. And, you know, just right off of a random side street, you have a temple like this. Anyways, we're gonna take you into the complex, but first I wanna show you Pun Pun.
Closed at 4.
Yeah, they're closing up now, but this place is really good, guys. It's just inside the temple here. It's called Pun Pun Vegetarian Slow Food. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Pun Pun. Yeah, check it out. Yeah, if you're hungry, if you're getting blazed and you want some healthy, like farm to table food, this place makes it. Another big one for us guys is the legal cannabis. You know, it's made, you know, you don't have to hide. You can just do something that you enjoy. It's not harming yourself or harming anyone else.
Now they started cooking with it again. So in Thailand before it was illegal, they used to cook with it.
I'm getting anti-inflammatory, like help from CBD that otherwise would not really have been available, and like
right.
You can get really good concentrated CBD oils now, and it's just now they're cooking with CBD.
Yeah.
And like even if you go inside of like a food court in Bangkok, you can add CBD. You can buy joints at any local market. You can buy joints
the
in
smoothies too. You can add CBD to like drinks as well. They have here. Like it's just exploding right now.
It's crazy. Not just the THC, guys. The CBD also.
Yeah.
And you can really, you know, if you enjoy cannabis or you benefit from the, oh look, here's a plane. We didn't get it. The trees are blocking it, guys, but you heard it. That is every 30 minutes sometimes.
Well, it depends what day.
We're over by this really beautiful temple that's in our neighborhood. I think it's called Swundok or something like that, Swundok Temple. but it is pretty stunning. I don't know if you guys can see it over my shoulder here. Let's take a look.
There's a little temple kitty.
Yeah. Mish has already found a little friend. Let's go say hello.
So cute.
So yeah, another thing I like is that, you know, there's lots of life in Chiang Mai, whether it be like street kitties or dogs or birds, or you know, even seeing occasionally pythons going through the canal that goes over by Loi Kro Road. You still, you know, sometimes you'll see a python that got down from the mountain somewhere.
Or a monitor.
Or a monitor lizard, you know. Chiang Mai is definitely like a big city, but it's mixed a lot with nature. It's very like mixed together. It's like blended, but because of that, it also has like horrible traffic and, you know, really bad sprawl. But look at this, guys.
But honestly, like I haven't seen one block without a dispensary, you know?
No.
There's like a dispensary everywhere here.
Compared to Bangkok, I think there's way more dispensaries here than in Bangkok when we were there, but that could have changed because it's been a few months now.
Right.
Maybe they're every 5 feet there too now, I don't know.
But Chiang Mai, like when we first got here, a lot of it was closed because of COVID, you know? It looked like it took a really bad hit from COVID. But, you know, as we're walking around, now it's tourist season, so there's a lot of tourists here, and we just see dispensaries everywhere. Like, you could just walk in to some of them, tell them what you want, and then they'll, like, diagnose you and stuff, like, kind of like in America, which is cool.
Yeah, they have, like, a guy who's trying to say he can diagnose people. I don't know, I'm skeptical.
Sure, it's all new.
Yeah.
It's still a cool idea.
It's cool, yeah, it's cool. I mean, either way, the bud is very good here. Very, very good here. There's no issues with that at all. I'm very satisfied. I seen these backpacker kids who came into town and they were in the dispensary and they were talking shit and they're like, oh, this is, whatever they have out here is definitely nowhere as good as what we have in New York or California. I'm like, bro, you're not in New York or California, you're in fucking Thailand. And like 5-6 years ago, you'd be in a fucking jail cell for smoking this here. Yeah. And right now they have like some amazing cannabis here. So like,
Also, New York just legalized as well.
And
like not long ago.
But California's been legal for a really long fucking time, so it's been leaking all over the U.S. for a really long time, you know? Whereas this is kind of a new thing and it's happening really fast. And instead of being negative, you should come here and like you're part
support it, yeah.
You're part of a revolution. It's amazing, actually.
Come and support them.
Yeah, so that's a positive. You're here at a time where the country's much more open than normal, where getting a visa is a lot easier than normal. Getting things rubber stamped, although like I said, the caveat is right now there's a little bit of drama going on because of Chinese and fake visas. But you know, that'll pass. You know, the wanting of the foreigners here, you know, they're making it clear. They're making it very easy for us to hang out here. They're making it very easy for us to stay. You know, there's lots of options for visas at the moment, education, investment. You know, if you want to get something going, Sadikap. Thailand is right now maybe the best place you could be in Southeast Asia if you have like a significant amount of capital and a good idea, because this is the most open that I have ever seen them. Like, anyways, what do you guys think of this temple? This is the temple that's right next to our house.
Gorgeous, right?
So if you need another pro, like the insane beauty of Thailand's temples, I mean, and Chiang Mai is the city of temples, so that's another feather in the cap. What's up, guys? So I am pretty certain that this is a plane. Show them. There it is. There it is. thought I was fucking playing. Every 30 minutes, there's a plane taking off. Anyway, listen, this I believe is a cemetery, and
Looks like it,
I
yeah.
think it is. But look how stunningly beautiful it is. It's all white and it's all shaped like the temples themselves, with the pathway towards Buddha. I mean, absolutely beautiful. And just look at the aesthetic with the white, right? So this is another thing for me. Chiang Mai is a really beautiful city, and it has lots of jungle, it has lots of nature, but we do have to cover some of the negative also. And I'll say, for me, probably the biggest negative is just the way that it's grown. It's grown so much. You know, it's not even like a little city anymore. It's really a big city now. There's a super highway. When we first came out here, guys, you know, it was probably about 10 or 11 years ago now. There was no super highway yet. It was just being built. The Central Festival had not been built yet. Maya had not been built yet. And we were living in some suburb called Nung Hoi, at basically some real shit guest houses, like really like jacked up, like tiny guest houses for like $100 a month.
Yeah, $100 a month, and then with utilities, maybe it was $150.
And living next to a Muay Thai gym, you know, and it was
no kitchen, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was primitive, guys.
No kitchen. The bathroom is basically outside, you know.
It was outside.
Something like that.
You had to go out into like this kitchen, this like semi-outside kitchen thing. Remember? It was
Yeah.
like. Yeah, it was something.
No, it wasn't really a kitchen, no.
No, it was like a place you could put a burner.
Right, but there's no burner, just mini fridge.
So like primitive. I don't even know how to stress how primitive, but we were in this fucking place, you know, and our first exposure to Chiang Mai was just through Muay Thai. It wasn't like we were like, you know, coming out here really as backpackers. Like our interest was for boxing.
We're not doing the digital nomad thing.
There really wasn't a digital nomad thing.
Well, maybe there was, but not here.
No, I think it was, if there was, it was small.
Right.
Now it's a mecca, now it's known. And that's a good thing because you can come here and you can have access to those people.
Right.
But it's a bad thing because the traffic now is becoming insane. It's not as bad as Bangkok, but it's pretty fucking bad for how small it is.
Yeah.
And like now you really are gonna have to wear masks more. Like back in the day, you really didn't have to wear a mask so much because, you know, the air quality was not as bad, the burning was not as bad. You didn't have all the dust from the traffic that you
Pollution.
have now.
Air pollution.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's turning into a big Asian city. And that comes with conveniences, but it also comes with some negatives, like, you know, the environment's gonna, you know, take a shellacking. Air quality is never fantastic in Chiang Mai. It's not as bad as Saigon. It's nowhere near as bad as Bangkok or, you know, like one of the big cities, but it, you know, it's pretty bad on any given day. And then come the burning season, it's very fucking bad. So, you know, they've said that over COVID it was getting a bit better. You know, because of obviously less production and less things like that, you know. But it remains to be seen what it will look like now. You know, this will be the first burning after COVID. So we'll see how bad the air pollution gets. Another disadvantage would be that Chiang Mai is in Thailand, which means visas are pretty expensive if you want to stay out here with comfort.
Right.
If you just want to keep running across borders all the time, I mean, whatever, you know, be a fucking backpacker if you want, but I'm a grown man. You know, I don't want to have to fucking worry too much about the visa. And, you know, I just want it to be sorted out if I have the money to do so, right? So Thailand is good that way. It's just that they're going to ask you for more money than the neighboring countries. But, you know, Chiang Mai has a lot of advantages with, you know, I get Thai massages here for, what do you think, $5 an hour, maybe?
I think it was about approximately $5.50 an hour.
$5.50 an hour, maybe $9-10 an hour for 90 minutes. Sorry. So you know, you're talking about a full deep tissue massage for $5 an hour, or for like $9 for 90 minutes, right? And we're talking about like chiropractic work, stretching. They basically do yoga on you. It's like
it costs 200 baht.
Yeah, it's like
we're talking Thai baht, you know.
Forced yoga. So honestly, I don't know too many places where you can take care of your body the way you can in Chiang Mai.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing Muay Thai twice a week, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
If you do like Thai massage, like this is gonna be the cheapest massage
Oh yeah.
I've ever seen.
And
you know,
healthcare is cheap. It's cheaper than Bangkok healthcare.
Vietnam, it was more. Cambodia costs more for massage, right? Albania costs more.
Albania was like 40 euros an hour. I mean, we're paying $5 an hour.
Yeah,
for a massage.
$5.50 an hour for 1 hour,
And like
60 minutes.
And like there's a dime a dozen massage places, and some of them are really bad. But the one we've been out here, like I said, for a pretty long time. So you know we've always come back to Chiang Mai. So like we kind of have seen it go through different phases. It's funny because we spent so much more time in Vietnam and in Cambodia, but you know we always just came back to Chiang Mai, and you know we found our little spots. And you'd be surprised, guys, how through the years a lot of the places did last and did survive.
Yeah.
You know, and like it's interesting.
Only a few of the businesses that we used to go to went under during COVID.
Yeah, a lot of the good ones are still here. One or two that disappeared is definitely sad, but
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is, you know?
Three Little Pigs.
Also, the economy is coming back fast here. There's so
That's
many
right.
fucking tourists coming here, guys. It's crazy. Legal cannabis has been a blessing for tourism. Now, some of the negatives I would say would be if you are like us and you're going to jiu-jitsu 3 days a week, Muay Thai twice a week, doing kettlebells at home, you might have a little bit of a hard time getting protein here in a cheap way.
Right.
Like the meals don't have a ton of protein. To be honest with you, I am not the biggest fan of regular Thai food. I like Thai food at a certain price point, like the higher quality places, and luckily Chiang Mai has many of those. But look, this is so beautiful, guys. Wow. Yo guys, so at the end of the day, I would like to like buy a meal and it have like vegetable protein, you know, and you can do it here, but
I think it's easier if you're a meat eater.
yeah, if you eat meat. For us as vegetarians, it's hard, but I don't know if that's true because my friend, he eats meat. He's a Vietnamese American and he lives out here, and he has a really hard time getting the amount of protein he needs from a typical Thai meal.
Right, yeah, that's right. The portion is just smaller.
It's a lot smaller, and they tend to give a lot less protein. And also, to be honest, one of my biggest drawbacks would be that, like, after living in Vietnam, Laos, I find that healthy food, like chock full of vegetables, is much cheaper than here in Thailand. Like, you can get that here in Chiang Mai, and there are some places that are just shockingly cheap, but most of them are closed at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
And then a lot of the food that's left over after that time,
greasy,
not a lot of vegetables, the protein
Or
is fried.
maybe it's good, but more expensive.
Or
you know?
yeah, could be possibly the price of Western food sometimes.
Yes. Like, it'll be good, but you're gonna pay.
So when, you know, and I would also say that this is something that has changed, I would say probably since the digital nomad trend started really taking off, and since Chiang Mai started appearing on all the lists. But like during high season, it's fucking impossible to find a decent condo without getting totally ripped off.
Yeah.
There is places, but
They really jack up the price during tourist season.
you just really need to either go yourself, like, you know, we did, and just contact people directly, or, you know, if you can contact us and we can provide you with our connections. You know, we help arrange honest real estate agents in Chiang Mai and Bangkok and, you know, Saigon, wherever you want to go, we can get you an honest broker, you know, if whether you want to rent or buy. But the short-term thing is tough, guys. I'm not, you know, it used to not be. It used to be really easy, you know, but there wasn't even really so many condos available, you know. Back in the day when we first started coming out here, there was really mostly like guest houses or small family kind of like operations. There was, of course, you know, the bigger hotel chains around the night market, but you know, as far as luxury condos go in Chiang Mai, this is a relatively new thing. But unlike a city like Phnom Penh, where you can always find something pretty nice with a view, or in Saigon, if you have some money, you can always find something pretty nice with a view for a price that you might consider fair. Here during the high season, oh my God.
It's very difficult to find somewhere like with a kitchen.
Look, another one.
Yeah.
Every 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes. Yeah, it's hard to find something that has like a decent kitchen. Depends, on the time. We're more into views. We look for that in a condo very often.
It's very difficult to find something like a bigger space. You know what I mean? Like everything is very small here, kind of like hotel or guest house style. Mini fridge, small kitchen, studio. Sometimes it's a 1-bedroom, but maybe it's supposed to be a studio. You know what I mean? So I found it very difficult to find like big space kind of accommodation here.
I guess what I was trying to say about the Chiang Mai real estate market, especially during the high season, is that it's very hard to find everything you want. You want to have a kitchen, you want to have a sauna, you want to have a pool.
You want to be close to where you're gonna go, you know what I mean?
Right, you want to be near things you want to go, like because you can get some dope spots out by the superhighway, but you can't walk to nothing, you got to drive 100%.
Yes.
So I mean, there's a lot of give and take here, whereas in Bangkok, for example, I could have all those things and I could pay still a very reasonable, a little more than Chiang Mai for sure, but a very reasonable price. And access to food here, guys, the supermarkets can be kind of expensive in Chiang Mai or kind of shitty depending on where you go. Like the Big C over by the night market, it's good for certain things for like dry goods and stuff, but their produce is fucking disgusting. The Lotus out by Airport Plaza Mall, it's average. It's not really like anything exceptional.
Nothing special.
The Rimpings are really good, but they're very expensive, and you end up walking out of there with like a fucking high grocery bill.
Yeah, and I saw some people writing on the expat page, like they went to Rimping and they like added up their whole bill, and it was way less than what the lady at the register said or something. Like they're ringing it up wrong. Or
right,
something.
she could be.
You're
gonna have to check it.
Yeah.
You gotta check it.
Stuff like that.
So
I don't know if it's like they don't realize or they do it on purpose.
Or she's just saying the numbers wrong. It could be that too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I say the numbers wrong in Thai. So, but look at this, guys. Here's a pro. Every time you walk around a neighborhood, you've got all kinds of nature and bushes and animals and birds. And you're in this big mega city, but you have places just like this. Look at this shit. Again. Yo, every 30 minutes, I'm not even playing. So we've been all over the place with the video, but we want it to be natural, kind of like free flow of thought. One of the biggest cons that we should definitely address, I would say, is that Chiang Mai is not a small city anymore. It is starting to have big city problems like traffic congestion, pollution. It's starting to catch up to Bangkok, but it doesn't have that BTS infrastructure. And it still does flood here. It doesn't flood as bad as Bangkok, which is a big plus for Chiang Mai, but it does flood pretty bad. Do you remember we were staying at a place called the Astra Condo?
Yeah.
And it's over by the Ping River, which is just a beautiful neighborhood just south of the night market, just away from the night market enough to where you don't deal with the crowds, but that, close enough that you can get Western services very easily. And you're very near to two of the very best massage places in Chiang Mai. It was a great little location until suddenly the fucking Ping River was in the middle of the whole neighborhood. And
yeah.
You were trying to, you couldn't even cross the street. It was like waves, man.
You had to get in a boat to cross the street.
Luckily, the people from the hotel, they had this big fucking 4-wheel drive, and they were picking people up and bringing them to the hotel, and they took mercy on us. And they got us because we had a Songtel guy, and this fucking guy drops us off on the wrong side of the fucking street in this flood, because you can only really get up on the sidewalks. So
he refused to go.
He refused
into our place because he thought like it's gonna flood his car. But we saw the same type of car just go right before him.
Yeah, we saw several go, and then when he fucked off and left, we saw a whole bunch of them go full of people. So it was just, this guy was an idiot. But
he was just like nervous, but for no reason.
Yeah, so instead of at least drop us on the right side, he drops us on the wrong side. So that, anyway, that was a funny story. But Yeah, the fucking, the reality is there's going to be, depending where you live, certain times of the year where flooding is going to be a problem. Infrastructure is definitely going to be a problem. There's no BTS and the city's getting kind of big.
Really, like if you want to stay here, you should rent a motorbike.
You should drive, or if you're at a budget for a car, that's another option.
Motorbike or car, because honestly, you kind of need it here.
If you're at the budget where you can afford car is probably the safest, and Thailand has out of all the Southeast Asian countries, definitely has the most developed like road system. It definitely has. I mean, maybe aside from like Singapore, but like.
Right, but they do drive on the other side, the UK side.
So if you're British, you'll feel right at home.
Yes, yeah.
It'll be sweet
or
as.
Aussie.
As the Kiwis say.
Aussie.
Sweet as, mate. So, it is what it is, guys. Like, there's never going to be a place that's perfect, and Chiang Mai is still pretty awesome. We decided to spend a good amount of our time here, and it's been great. We've done a lot for our training, our health. We've had to take time to redo our business and to work on some other projects, and like to start hiring an employee. And we've been getting influenced by all these guys that are super successful online, and they've been giving us like more advice and kind of showing us like more guidance than anybody's shown us in the past. It's actually quite incredible. So no place is going to be perfect, guys. Like, there's no such thing as a perfect place. But if you're looking for like a peaceful getaway like Luang Prabang, it can feel like that sometimes here. But guys, it's a much bigger city than like Siem Reap or a Luang Prabang or something like that.
And there are a lot of foreigners here.
It's another thing that for some people could be a disadvantage. A lot of times, you want to feel like you have your little hidden spot, like you're on the ground before something happens. It's already happened here, Sadly,
right.
Chiang Mai is very gentrified, actually.
But I'm sure you can like create your own like expat community here as well,
And I do find that here a little bit, not in every situation, but it can be a little bit hard to connect with people here because you have to have your guard up a little. Because everywhere in Southeast Asia, you have some really good people, and then you have some really fucking bad people too, right? I mean,
right. But there's just a lot more expats here in general.
In general.
Like, I think it's more than Phnom Penh, right?
Yes, I think there's no question. It's more. It's more than.
I don't know if it's more than Saigon, but Saigon is way bigger than here.
Yeah, much bigger.
It's really hard to compare that.
But a lot. It's a much more. You feel the presence of foreigners here much more.
Yes, especially during tourist season.
Yeah, it's really different energy. You'll hear people walking around speaking German or Spanish and Israeli.
Also, this is the first time we stayed kind of like close to the center of Chiang Mai.
Yeah.
Like, usually we'll either stay by the airport or Nang Hoi.
Right. We usually stay in suburban areas next to Muay Thai gyms.
Once again, this is like our experience.
And
2022.
We're not at Astra Condo anymore. It's actually about to be 2023 as of the filming of this, guys, December.
Right, but it's December.
So we're gonna, we're gonna be going into, a whole new year, and we decided to start it here in Chiang Mai. So 100% there's more good than bad, in my opinion. Even now, still, it's a great place.
Yeah.
But, you're gonna have to drive the distances between places and getting from point A to point B.
Not walkable.
And it's not as fun anymore on a bike either because the traffic is really bad.
Yes.
And you're gonna maybe wanna start wearing masks because now with more bikes and cars, there's more emissions and dust.
The air pollution is getting worse here, also due to the burning.
Oh yeah.
So it's like pollution from traffic, but also from agricultural waste. Hey guys, so I also wanted to mention that Chiang Mai is it's pretty safe here. I haven't really had any issues walking around as a girl alone. There's a lot of like solo women travelers that come here. I haven't really had any issues. I mean, probably the most annoying thing here is I don't mind taking motorbike taxi, but a lot of time they don't have a helmet here. It's very strange. And then they're like, oh, it's Chiang Mai, we don't wear helmet. And it's like, dude, some people drive fast here. Like, some of the guys drive way faster than in Saigon. because there's just more open roads sometimes. So I don't know, but it's weird. Sometimes you call a motorbike taxi and they have no helmet, and it sucks. But I don't know. I see a lot of people on motorbike with no helmet here, so maybe it's fine. I'd rather have one just in case. You never know, you know. If you really want one, I guess just buy it and bring it with you, because a lot of the taxis don't have it.
So the moral of the story, kids, is that Chiang Mai is still pretty amazing. It probably will always be pretty amazing. The visas are the easiest they've ever been. I talked to my consulting partner out here, and he said the issue with whatever's going on with the Chinese visas thing, he says it's gonna pass pretty quickly. And probably by the time you see this video, everything will be back to normal with the land borders. So that's cool, you know. It sounds like things are getting onto kind of like a flow, and it's not a bad flow for foreigners. It's a pro-foreigner flow. That's a big advantage in Thailand and in Chiang Mai especially. You definitely get more of the feeling that the people actually want you here. What's up, guys? So where we live is only about 15 minutes from the old city. Even in traffic, really, it's not very far.
No.
And look how quiet it is. We're right near the center of Chiang Mai. We're maybe about 2 kilometers to the intersection, Maya, where the traffic gets really fucking bad. Like, that light is probably the worst light in all of Chiang Mai. But look how quiet it is. Like,
yeah, you can see there's bananas back there.
yeah, look,
they
have like a little farm back here.
There's like bananas. See them?
Yeah, look. She's growing bananas, and look, it just turns into jungle and goes behind these people's house. And you know, they have all their little fruit trees. Like, oh yeah, you can see the bananas. Sometimes there's mango trees. They got little mini food production going on everywhere. Chiang Mai is really a cool place, guys. And the Thai people are really cool.
Coconut tree right there. See it?
They're very easy to get along with. They're very laid back, and they're very used to foreigners. So they've seen the good side of us and the bad side of us.
So another pro for Chiang Mai is the healthcare. So they actually have really good hospitals and really good like dentists and everything in Chiang Mai. It's very easy to get any kind of dental care, or if you need to go to the hospital or something, it's very cheap and easy to go there compared to USA.
So that's a big advantage for Chiang Mai, even over Bangkok, is that the hospitals here or any kind of medical procedures here will also be much cheaper than in Bangkok. And the hospitals are very good up here. Chiang Mai and Bangkok, definitely, healthcare will be no problem. It's one of those places where you definitely can get good care and not have to worry too much about the competency of a doctor. As long as you have money to go to a private hospital, and even some of the public ones are not so bad. But you know, it's not like in the West. Like, you're gonna need the dough. If you don't have the dough, some of the hospitals may not even treat you.
Right.
And that's how it is in all of Southeast Asia. It's not just Thailand, it's the whole place. So just to give you guys, you know, who have never been to Southeast Asia, make sure that if you're gonna be out here for long periods of time, that you have either your healthcare figured out, or you have you know, enough cash to satisfy any emergencies. One of the disadvantages, though, that I would say, you know, to Chiang Mai versus other places would be is if you have to work. If you need to make money in the local economy, like be an English teacher or something, this is not the place. It's flooded.
Right.
absolutely flooded. Everybody who comes here wants to stay here. It's on every fucking list for like either digital nomads or for, you know, like just the coolest places in Southeast Asia. So it's all these places, these lists, so it attracts the entire world here, you know. So finding a decent paying teaching job, I mean, you're gonna be like a slave basically. You know, whereas if you go to Saigon, you'll be getting like a really nice salary. And yeah, Saigon's more expensive than here and it's definitely less comfortable, but we're talking about like probably almost double the money and it's still a very cheap country, Vietnam, you know. Even in Cambodia, I find that Cambodia cost of living, it can be more in some ways, like massage can be more, things like that, but it can definitely be less also. Take a look at this, guys. So we are going deep into the Thai soil. We got some dog whiling out, little Chihuahua-like dog. Big disadvantage for Southeast Asia in general, but definitely for Chiang Mai, is that unless you're in the old city or near the night market, it sucks to walk. You want to get a bike. You know, we always walk. We just like walking. That's one of the reasons why we're going to end up in Europe, you know. It keeps you healthy and keeps you from getting fat. You know, we're gym rats anyway, but, you know, it's just there's a lot of positives to be gained from using your body.
Well, also you see the city in a different way.
Much closer
walking.
up. And to be honest, it's not such a problem with like motorbike taxis and cabs and stuff. And Chiang Mai is very convenient. You have a lot of services that are just next to your condo or right out the side. Like in our case, we have a very good, healthy restaurant and a place for coffee just outside of our apartment.
Oh yeah, before I was talking about safety. Did you want to add to that?
So I would say that's one big advantage for Chiang Mai is it's crazy safe. After living in Saigon for 5 years, you can't even make a comparison. Chiang Mai is like, you know, if Chiang Mai fucks you up with a culture shock, you're not going to do well in Asia. Because this is the most westernized and the easiest place for a foreigner. There's not a lot of crime. I still am careful with my phone or careful with recording devices, but you know, you don't have to. When I'm in Saigon, I don't even look at my phone unless I'm facing a wall, you know, and I will never take it out while I'm on the back of a bike or driving. No way. You know, some people leave them up on the front and then those little phone holders and shit, but you know, the amount of crime in like a place like Saigon versus here is a joke. There's very little crime here, and the only way you're really gonna have a problem here is if you do something crazy illegal or you get mixed up with like some drugs or prostitution or something you shouldn't do. Anyways, look. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. It is not a little city no more, guys. Chiang Mai has become a big city. And that comes with pollution, traffic, dust, and all the other problems of a big city. So, you know, the days of Chiang Mai being like a small little cool spot, you know, it's over. But that doesn't mean that it's still not a cool spot. It's just a cool spot everybody knows about. You know, Chiang Mai still is very, very inexpensive, very good coffee, cafe scene, very good food, very nice people, very, very open visa policy at the moment. So I think there's more positives than there is negatives, at least in my opinion. What about you, Mish? More positives or negatives? I think still more positives, even with some of the complaints we have.
Yeah, absolutely. More positives.
Chiang Mai is still a lot of fun.
It's very cheap here, and I think you can, if you're like trying to start a business or write a book or something, you can really grow here because you don't have to spend that much money.
And if you just want to do business networking and you do anything with SEO or you're a digital nomad in any way, you can just be around people who are so helpful and inspiring, and like they've done what you want to do, and they're all happy to share their information with you. It's really quite amazing. But at the same time, you know, any place comes with its drawbacks. And now that you have more and more people coming to Chiang Mai, you know, you're going to start having more and more of these infrastructure, pollution problems, you know. And like I said before, I like Thai food, but I don't really like it as much as I like Vietnamese food. I hope you guys don't kill me for that, but I like that when I'm in Vietnam, I get a plate full of vegetables with every meal. And sometimes here it can be a little hard, you know. You go to some restaurants and you know, everything's fried, you know, or, you know, even the vegetables are fried, you know, and you also have these big Western brands like McDonald's and shit everywhere. you know, and like it doesn't really have a super like authentic feeling if that's what you're looking for. You know, if that's what you're looking for, I would suggest going to smaller cities in Thailand. But if you're looking for an inexpensive place to rock out and to make, you know, make some moves for yourself where it's comfortable and it's safe and it's not so expensive, then this is a great option. If you're looking to find the next undiscovered gem, you know, you missed out on this by like maybe 10, 15 years. I mean, even when we first started coming here, it was much less developed and there was much, much less foreigners. But you know, you hear stories about people who are coming out here since like the 70s, and my God, man, how much it must have changed since then. Anyways, the moral of the story is Chiang Mai is awesome, but listen, every place has pros and cons. This is just our opinion. We still love it here. We love Thailand. It's my favorite place right now in Southeast Asia. I mean, to me, they are so ahead of the game with opening up with COVID and legalization of cannabis. And it just, every time I leave Thailand and I live in any other part of Southeast Asia, I come back here and I'm just so impressed with how ahead they are. Yeah. They're ahead of every other country around here, maybe aside from Singapore. And the people seem to be happy, which is really mostly happy. I know that they have their complaints, but you know, they seem to be, you know, having a good quality of life generally. And you know, it's nice, man, at least here in Chiang Mai. I know the countryside's different. I know every place is different, but you know, this is not a bad place to be. But you're definitely not discovering the new spot.
Right, right. I hope you guys like this video. Share, subscribe, like, and let us know if there's any that we missed, pros and cons.
If you guys are thinking about coming to Thailand, check out our health insurance for nomads. The link is inside the description below. Subscribe to us on Rumble, subscribe to us on Twitter, on Instagram. We got everything below. Everything's in the description. You want to get at us, you want to set up company in Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, you want to do something in the Balkans. We're expanding to the Middle East. Thank you for your support. Share the videos and smash the like button. Make sure to ring the bell so you get updated on our new shit. Are you thinking of living, working, or investing in Thailand? Thailand is an amazing country that's more open than it has ever been before. They're a country that's looking into the future and doing some really radical things. It's an amazing time to be in Thailand, and there is a tremendous amount of opportunities for somebody who has an open mind. Who you deal with in Thailand will determine your experience to a great extent. If you do business with the wrong people, you can end up losing money and even in legal trouble. We have the contacts that you need to help you get on your feet in this amazing country and avoid all kinds of drama and problems that could come about by doing business with the wrong people. If you're interested in investing, working, employment, contacts for visas, contacts for housing, contacts for real estate, we got you covered.
Brush your face and wash your teeth, son.
Hey, what's up? I'm D from Canada. Hook up with the New York Nomad if you want a smooth ride into Vietnam or any Southeast Asian countries.
Hey, my name is Aaron. Get in contact with the New York Nomads. If you want to get into Vietnam, hit them up. They'll get you in securely and professionally.
Yo, this is Uncle Hollywood. I'm telling you right now, the New York Nomad got me a job. He's legit. Hit him up. Check him out.
New York Nomad set me up in Vietnam.
Yo, my man got me a job. Come to Vietnam.
Hey, what's up, guys? You thinking about coming to Vietnam? You're not sure where to start. You've heard a lot of things online. You don't know what's true. You don't know what's not. We offer a consulting service where we help you get on your feet in Vietnam. We give you advice on negotiating contracts with employers. We help you with real estate agents, visa agents that are reliable and that you can trust. We help you get started in this amazing country and get on your feet. We help you get into different opportunities that might be more difficult for you if you were just landing in the country on your own. And we help you avoid a lot of the pitfalls and problems that you could have as a newcomer here. We provide you with reliable job recruiters, visa agents, real estate agents, and advice. If you guys are thinking about coming to Vietnam, hit us up for a consultation. We'll help you get started, help you get on your feet, and hopefully you'll love Vietnam as much as we do.